Hi folks, how you doing? RussellTrueResults303.com. Check out the website, link in the description box. Mind, Body, Spirit, Fitness. Put in the healing back in health. Once again, when you're at the website, sign up for the newsletter. Check out your free downloads, setting goals, fitness, and nutrition. Follow on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Google+, the podcast, SoundCloud, iTunes. Should be on any major podcast player. Those links are all down below. Coming at you today with what's the difference between living that secular life and that spiritual life, right? Because this can be a difficult topic. People confuse these things. And I think we've got to understand that a majority of the time we are living more of that secular life than that spiritual life, myself included. I heard it said best the other day when I went to one of my YCP events, which stands for Young Catholic Professionals. We had a speaker. If you're Catholic, check that out in your area. There's about 12 to 15 chapters throughout the United States. They're trying to open new ones as soon as possible, just depending on if the communities themselves are interested. But what he said was, if in the last 12 months you can say you haven't changed anybody's life through sharing your story or your journey, or I've heard it said best as well, if being a Christian is easy, being a Catholic is easy, then you're most likely doing it wrong, right? We've got to understand that you're most likely doing it wrong. And I think, that's what happens. I knew somebody to where I talked, they went to the Catholic Church and stuff like that, and he said, yeah, I just stopped going because one day I realized I was just a hypocrite. I went in there and I was just a hypocrite. And I think we got to remember that. When people say the churches, with all the scandals and this and that, or the videos or the memes of, sometimes the nicest people are covered in tattoos and the meanest ones are the ones that go to church. I think we've got to understand, some saint said, the church is like a hospital. It is there for the sick. It is there for those who are in trouble and hurting inside. But once again, it's also trying to heal and help those people recover from whatever issues it is. And when you see yourself as a hypocrite all the time, that just means you yourself are not putting forth the effort to become holy. Because we've got to understand that's the main goal of that spiritual life as a Christian or a Catholic, or as a Catholic, Christian, or just a spiritual person, right? It's to become holy, to become perfected, to become like God, right? Isn't that what Jesus said? Be perfect as your heavenly Father is perfect. So we must always be working on perfection. And we're going to go through ups and downs, right? But the secular life is more of, you're still, your profanity. I'm horrible at that. You still use profanity. When you're around certain people, you're acting differently than you are around others, right? When I'm around my church folks, myself included, you're not using those perverted jokes or those quick little jabs like you are around your friends. And you've got to be able to bring that holiness into that secular world to help change it. So it's speaking properly, acting properly, caring for yourself properly, mind, body, and spirit. You should be exercising. Your body is your temple. All these different things you should be doing. And if you're not, then you're just living that secular life. You shouldn't just always be on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, watching TV. You should be reading books, expanding your mind, expanding your spirit, helping others do the same, right? Because it's not a competition. We're all trying to achieve the same goal, and that is perfection, love, peace, things like that. So once again, it's where are you at? We're always trying to fight that battle, right? We're trying to dive into that spiritual life, but that spiritual life means that it's going to take over the secular life, and you're going to eliminate anything that the world tries to tell you of the materialistic things. It's all about whatever your passions are, whatever your urges are, you just go and attack it. As I told my clients the other day when I was training them in the morning, the key to success is learning how to live to eat, not eat. Learning to eat to live, not living to eat. Eating to live, not living to eat. There we go. It took me a while to say it. But it's those small little changes like that that are going to help you on your journey of of holiness and of completion and of feeling the way you're supposed to feel when you become connected with God and your soul and perfect it. And it's going to help you get to heaven, whatever you want to call it. So once again, there is that difference. And remember, we've got to slowly let that spiritual life play into our secular life to eliminate it. And we're going to struggle and we're going to go back and forth. But eventually, as long as we can continue to do 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. One of my buddies said it the best: even if you fall flat on your face, you're still falling forward. You got to just keep that positive mindset. Try to keep positive people within your circle. Sometimes you have to eliminate people out of your life. It's a bummer, especially when you've known them for so long and you've had such a great connection, friendship, relationship, whatever you want to call it. Sometimes, you've got to let those things go. It's things that I struggle with right now in my life that I'm having to do, and it hurts. It hurts. But like anything else, pain is good. Pain can be a good thing. If we learn to just be numb and eliminate the pain out of our life, we're not going to grow, right? Because you always hear a lot of people talking about how they hit rock bottom and they bounce back. Well, rock bottom is pain. Rock bottom is struggle. Rock bottom can be depression, whatever the case may be, but it will get better as long as you're willing to put in the work. You got to understand that those negative times in your life are beautiful moments that are going to help you grow and expand into the person that God means for you to be. All right. So there you go. Secular, spiritual. There's going to be that battle at all times, but you're capable of doing it as long as you continue to put in the work. Put in the work, it will happen. We all struggle, myself included. There's times where I just feel down in the dumps because I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. But all you can do is push forward and great things will happen. So, once again, I hope this helps. Don't forget to follow on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Google+. Podcast is out there. All those links are down below. Check out the website. See what's going on there. If there's some stuff you like, subscribe to this channel. Share and like these videos.